to all Gunners fans around the world. Hi to all football enthusiasts all around the world. You are welcome to another edition of the Arsenal Alchemy. I remain your host, Simply Ike. And today we're going to talk about all the trending news concerning Arsenal. Um, all the trending news, everything that has been making the headlines concerning Arsenal. There's been the most recent one, I'm going to start with that, is the rumor that Al Nasir in Saudi Arabia is preparing, will I say, an audacious bid for our star defender, Gabriel Magalhães. So this started making rounds about 2 days ago, and it has developed a lot of steam. It looks like a serious rumor, and we will. Al Nassr is the parent club to Cristiano Ronaldo and Sadio Mane. Remember him? Yeah, and so there's this rumor that they are trying to get Gabriel Magalhães, and it's gonna be they're gonna be bidding for around 90 million pounds to 100 million pounds. So I felt one kind of way about this because I think 2 seasons ago there was a bid from Al Ittihad for Gabriel Magalhães, and of course we don't want him to go, but at the same time the money is it's a lot of money for a defender. It's a lot of money for a defender, and you guys can help me out. What do you feel about this? Would you rather he goes? We reinvest the money into more forward players. It's gonna be tough because Gabriel Magalhães is one of the leaders of the team. He's one of the captains. He is definitely the leader of the defense. He is our best defender, in my opinion. I mean, William Saliba is very good, but I think Gabriel has the extras. Gabriel he's a defensive coordinator. He is the captain in the defense. He's our highest goal defendant. He's our highest goal defender, in recent times. And, like I said, overall, his quality, he complements William Saliba excellently. They complement each other very well together. So I really wouldn't love him to go, but if 100 million pounds will be put on the table, I think Arsenal will take it, and I think they should take it. No player is priceless. No player, every player has a price. And besides, we have a Ricardo Calafiori that is a natural centre back, playing a left wing back. So probably we could push him to central defense. We also have Kivio, whom I don't. He's not top notch, but I think in a run of games he's gonna be better. But who knows? Let me know what you feel in the comment section. Do you think we should sell Gabriel Magalhães? Do you think we should cash in on him if a big offer comes up? Another thing is that particular club, Al Nassr, we even heard Cristiano Ronaldo is trying to orchestrate. He's actually one of the players behind the move. and he will rather Gabriel comes in, and because Al Nasser this season they were a total disaster in defense. They have a very good firing attacking line, but the defense has been an issue for them this season. And I heard Cristiano Ronaldo is one of the players behind the scene trying to bring in Gabriel. So, like I said earlier, let me know what you feel. Another news making the round is that we have finally acquired a director in Andrea Berta. He used to be the sporting director for Atletico Madrid, but he stepped down, and Arsenal immediately moved in for him, and he has finally signed for Arsenal. And that is a very welcome news. When you consider the fact that our last two transfer windows were a total disaster. To me, the winter and the summer transfer window were both shockingly bad for me. The fact that we have a sporting director now, a very good one at that. He's a 53-year-old guy. He has brought in so many good players. He brought in Gallagher from Chelsea. He brought in the kid from Manchester City, the Argentine guy. Sorry, his name just slipped out of that, but he has done very well. He's been a fantastic sports director. So for us to have him will be a very, very good fit for us. We are hoping that the next summer transfer that he will acquire the kind of players we need, at least two center forwards and one winger, and probably a holding midfielder. A holding midfielder is six, because Thomas Partey and Jorginho will be leaving. So yeah, he has his job cut off for him. He's going to be really, really busy by the time the summer transfer window opens up in June. So let me know what you think about that as well. Hopefully this success can be the right players can be demonstrated on the pitch, and we can actually develop our squad, have a larger squad. We've seen there is so much football to be played in the season. There's even more football to be played in the season if you want to compete for every cup in the league. So that is that. Like I said, let me know what you think. I think it's a very, very good development. I think he's going to do better. I already heard he's saying Gabriel Magalhães is not going to leave. If anything, they are going to offer him a new and improved contract. Another news making the round is the issue of a striker, and we have been heavily linked to Newcastle's Alexander Isak. This is music to my ears because I am the number one Isak fan. He reminds me of Thierry Henry. The way he moves, he uses both legs. He's got very good movement in the box. He can even link up play. This guy to me is he is just the right person in this Arsenal dilemma. He is the guy to complete the jigsaw puzzle of Arsenal. He is the guy to complete this current team. But, of course, Arsenal and then Liverpool are being linked to him. Now, that is not even the problem. The problem is not if Liverpool is being linked to him. The problem is, will Newcastle sell this guy? Don't forget, he just won them the Carabao Cup, the League Cup, and of course, he scored in the final. I rooted for them to win, and they duly won, and I was very happy that they won. So, but the question is, will Newcastle sell their most prized possession? Will they sell their best striker? He's arguably the second best striker ever after Alan Shearer, you know. So, what do you guys think? Do you think this deal is going to happen? If it happens, it will be too good to be true. And if it happens, it's going to be very, very expensive. It's going to be in the region of over 100 million pounds, even stretching to 120. That is what it will take to bring this super striker to Arsenal. You know, we are being linked to everybody, but this guy seems to be the strongest. I believe he doesn't want to stay another season with Newcastle. From what we've been hearing, from the rumor we've been hearing, he wants to go to a bigger club, and I believe Arsenal is bigger than Newcastle. No offense, no disrespect to Newcastle. I think Arsenal is a more bigger club, and besides, Champions League is all but sure for Arsenal. And of course, Newcastle can still make Champions League, but he would want to go to a team that will give him the opportunity to have a real shot at the Premier League title. So fingers crossed, as that news develops, I will be here to bring whatever development comes out of that news. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is the Arsenal hate across social media, across amongst pundits. It's something I've never really wanted to talk about, but it's becoming hard to ignore it. It's becoming hard to neglect that topic because it's becoming so much, and it has the upturn of abuse, especially the last 3 seasons, has been, if anything, I've never seen it before for any other club. It's almost like there is nothing this club can do to make people happy. 3 seasons ago, the resurgence of Arsenal under Mikel Arteta started. We narrowly missed out on the Champions League 3 seasons ago, and everybody was like, "Oh, they bottled it again," blah blah blah. But then it was a very good, progression from the season before, because the season before we came eighth. Excuse me. That season we came fifth. We narrowly missed the Champions League to Tottenham Hotspur. So, but for the next season, some people left, some players left, some players came in. Then that season we became the youngest team in the Premier League that season. It meant the average age was about 23 for the team. The only older players then were older players were Granit Xhaka, Gabriel Magalhães, and Thomas Partey. They were the only guys that were above 26 then. Then I think the keeper, Brent Leno. So all this was going on, and that season we had a fairy tale. That season we had a fairy tale run in the EPL. We were the team that challenged Manchester City. And at the end of the season, we kind of fell off. Manchester City came and, overtook us and eventually won the league. Now, instead of the pundits, I know everybody has their team, everybody has their affiliations, but instead of the pundits, the fans or from other teams to at least, give these guys some commendations. Everybody was like, they're butlers. They will never win a league. They would never, and they've never won Champions League. They've never won anything in Europe. And I was surprised. I was like, oh my God, this Arsenal team they have finally proved that they can go toe to toe and really mount a serious title challenge. And that season, it was a serious title challenge. Though they fell off at the last minute, the coach was inexperienced. Most of the players were inexperienced. The next season was a different story. Though we didn't start too well, we gathered momentum after coming back from a trip to Dubai. We came back that season. And we won 16 out of 18 games. We drew twice. We drew once and lost one. The draw we had against the loss against Aston Villa ultimately cost us the league. And it was, in fact, the jeers and insults and abuse grew even more. We're talking about Chelsea fans, we're talking about Manchester United fans, we're talking about Spurs fans, we're even talking about some West Ham fans. These are teams that we finished well above them. Some even got dragged in relegation battles. Some we won convincingly home and away. And they still had the impetus to abuse us, make a mockery of us, mainly because of our Champions League or lack of Champions League heroics. Arsenal still remains the third most successful club in England in terms of trophy haul over the years. Some say, oh, some of those things are, well, you cannot separate history when you're talking about a football club. The history is what makes the football club. Clubs like Chelsea came the other day, picked up trophies after Abramovich acquired them, put in a lot of money, sacked a lot of managers. He did a good job. But all their history is enshrined in 20 years. They did great in 20 years. All the trophies they won in their most successful period still doesn't add up to what we have won. The 2 times they won the Champions League was like miraculous wins. And the 2 times they won it, kudos to them, they won it fair and square, but nobody tipped them to win it. In 2012, when they won it, they came 6th in the EPL. In 2021, when they won the Champions League, they had players like Mason Mount, our Kai Havertz now, he was there then. They had, average players, but they still won it. And everybody, I even supported Chelsea that season. They won it. But now you can't even have any form of rational argument with them. Oh, the next thing that comes from their mouth is, you've never won the Champions League. That is all. We are just going to ignore the fact that Chelsea have been horrible the last 3 seasons. The last 2 seasons, they've not been in the Champions League. They've not been anywhere near. We have been winning Chelsea home and away. But they still look for a way to tell us, oh, Their only argument is you've never won a Champions League. That is it. We have won 13 league titles in our history. Chelsea has won about 7. That's almost twice. To me, winning the league is as good as winning the Champions League. So, I just want to address the hate. We've seen the hate on even a teenager, Miles Lewis-Skelly. He got a call-up, a very deserved call-up to the England squad. Rival fans have been hating on this boy. This is an 18-year-old boy. His dream just came true. And rival fans are hating on this guy. We're meant to get behind him. This is every teenager's dream, to play for the Three Lions. I am Nigerian, but I have supported the Three Lions in my adult life. I have supported England in all my life, supporting football. In all my life as a fan, I always supported England. The 1986 World Cup between Argentina and England. Me, my dad, and my brother watched that game. My brother and my dad supported Argentina because of Maradona. I supported England because of Gary Lineker. I was heartbroken when Maradona scored the hand of God, scored both goals, and won that quarterfinal tie against England. So to see England fans hating on a player just because he plays for Arsenal is very hard to take. It's very heartbreaking, and it's, to tell you the least, is very, very disgusting. We should leave club affiliations aside. When it comes to the national team, we should back our players. We should back the players that represent the country. I'm going to leave it at that and hope that this hate for a player because of club affiliation, because of how much you hate a club, I hope it stops. For all these trollers on social media that write these things, it doesn't make you a better fan. It makes you a disgusting fan. And that will be all on the Arsenal podcast, on the Arsenal Alchemy today. Join me again very soon for another post, and I hope you have a lovely, lovely day. Goodbye.